How not to buy a service. Welcome to Tom's Structural Diagnosis. A procurement process can be formally complete while the service itself remains undefined. The organization may have purchased a platform, implementation work, supplier capacity, licenses, support hours, and an SLA. Each item can be specified, priced, and contractual accepted. But none of these elements is automatically the service. In Paul G. Huppert's service logic, the decisive question is whether a defined effect is rendered on a service object for an authorized service consumer at the moment of use. That requires the buyer to clarify more than what the supplier will deliver. What effect must actually occur? For whom? On what service object? Who determines whether the effect has been achieved? Who may accept an exception, stop delivery, or escalate a deviation? And who must explain the outcome when the purchased capability does not produce the expected service effect? When these questions remain open, the organization may have bought a valuable contribution, but it has not yet built a complete service. The supplier contributes technology, expertise, capacity, or processing. The buying organization must still integrate that contribution into its service promise. This is where responsibility returns to the exposed service buyer or service leader. They coordinate the exceptions, prepare the handovers, defend the expenditure, and explain why the promised effect did not materialize. What appears to be supplier management is often personal compensation for an undefined service and an open mandate service liability not. AI procurement makes this problem more visible, but it does not create it. The underlying mistake is older. The organization buys inputs and assumes the service will define itself. It will not. Before buying the next service, identify the authorized consumer, the service object, the required effect, the acceptance authority, and the accountability boundary. Otherwise, you may buy the supplier's contribution and keep responsibility for turning it into a service. When that responsibility is already landing personally with you, the CPA Fit Check helps determine whether it is still structurally covered. Check link in the description.